Cinderella. Every day, Cinderella woke up early to do chores for her mean stepmother and stepsisters. From morning to night, they gave her things to do. But the birds and mice were Cinderella's friends and helped her with her work. They were nice, right? You see her? You see her friends? Yeah, he's smiling. One morning, a messenger came from the palace to invite Cinderella and her stepsisters to a royal ball. Cinderella was very excited. Yeah. But her stepmother gave her a long list of chores to do before she could go. While Cinderella was busy working, the birds and mice began fixing an old dress that had belonged to Cinderella's mother. Before long, they made Cinderella a beautiful gown. See the gown? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's a princess gown, right? You have gowns like that, right? By the time Cinderella finished her chores, she thought it was too late to get ready for the ball. She was very sad. Surprise! The birds and mice gave Cinderella the finished gown. Oh, thank you so much, she cried. She said thank you, right? Cinderella got dressed and rushed to join her stepsisters. But when her stepsisters saw her, they became so jealous, they tore Cinderella's lovely gown to pieces. They were jealous, right? They were jealous of her? That's because she was beautiful like you, right? Cinderella ran to the garden and wept. Just then, sparkling lights swirled all around her. It was Cinderella's fairy godmother. "Dry those tears," she said. "You can't go to the ball looking like that. You can't be all upset, right?" With a wave of her magic wand, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a coach and Cinderella's rags into a gorgeous gown. And with one more wave, Cinderella had tiny glass slippers on her feet. You see the glass slippers? Yeah. You see them over here? Before Cinderella left for the ball, she received a warning. On the stroke of midnight, the spell will be broken. The fairy godmother told her, everything will be as before. You like Cinderella, right? That night, at the ball, the prince met Cinderella. Without knowing each other's names, they danced and danced until the clock struck midnight. "I must go," Cinderella cried as she fled. She lost a glass slipper on the staircase. The next day, the prince announced that he wanted to marry the girl who had lost her glass slipper. When the wicked stepmother realized it was Cinderella who was the prince's favorite, she locked Cinderella in her room. "Let me out," Cinderella cried. The Grand Duke went to every home in the kingdom looking for the maiden whose foot fit the tiny glass shoe. See, they went looking. They went looking. Cinderella's little friends took the key out of the stepmother's pocket. They slipped the key under Cinderella's door just in time. When the Grand Duke put the slipper on Cinderella's foot, it fit perfectly. Yeah, you like that part, right? Soon after, Cinderella and the prince were married, and they lived happily ever after. The end. That's the end. That's the end.